Hey everyone, it's Travis Ryan, and I'm a worship pastor at Life Point Church in Smyrna, Tennessee. And today, I want to talk to you about how to improve your worship team's skills. Number one, you need to understand who you are serving, who your church is serving, and who your worship team is giving their time to, who's giving all their gifts and their devotion to, and that person is Jesus, the King of heaven and of earth. And so how do you get to see who Jesus is? You need to be in His Word. So you need to pray for your team that they would behold Jesus for who He is. Once they see who He is, they're going to give their time, their devotion, all of their affection to Jesus. So that's number one. You need to understand who you're serving. Number two, it's very important to have a foundation of music theory. We are called to be the best that we possibly can be. God's given us talents, and we need to expand those talents. And so music is the tool that we use in the congregation. If we don't understand all of the nuances of music, we can't be the best that we could potentially be. So I would encourage your musicians and yourself to understand music theory. Number three, I would encourage you to bring other musicians from your community who you know are better at what they do to speak to your musicians. I think it's iron sharpens iron, and so the best way to do that is to bring someone in who's even better and has achieved maybe more in their career. They know more in music theory. They are more skilled in their craft, and it just paints a great picture for your team to go, oh, I can become like this guy if I just work a little bit harder. And these musicians will have great tips and great skills to share with your team. Number four, you need to encourage people to practice. That's one of the worst and greatest things about music is the practicing part. I remembered when I started out playing piano, my mom would tell me, you need to practice, and I just hated practicing. But you know what? She was right. I would regret quitting piano, and that's what I did. I quit piano because I didn't like practicing. So I would encourage you and just tell you, my mom totally was right. Don't give up and practice your instrument. And tell your team not to give up and practice their instrument. Number five is you need to show a vision of where you want to go as the leader. Your people will follow you if you have a very clear vision. Something that really worked well for me was I pointed our church and our body to the scriptures. I showed them Revelation 4 and chapter 5. Chapters 4 and chapters 5. And that picture of heaven is absolutely incredible, with shouts of praise and with hands being raised and the people falling down, the elders falling down and giving their crowns. I want worship to look like heaven here on earth. And so that was something to run towards. What's your vision? Where do you want to go? And I would say, look to God's word to give you that vision. Number six, have patience with your team. I struggle with that sometimes, just to be honest, and all leaders do. Have patience. It's the best thing that you can do with your team. Know that maybe you are a faster learner than some of your other musicians and some of your other teammates. Have patience. They will get there if you have a very clear vision and you're being gentle in your love for them, but also being full of truth, telling them where they are in their current journey as a musician. Number seven is be consistent. You must be consistent as a leader. As you're building your worship team, as you are wanting to grow and improve your skill, you must be consistent as a leader. And all of the things that I've just told you about, be consistent. Don't get tired. Those moments that you just want to give up, that's okay. Everyone has gone through that. I've gone through that myself. But be consistent. It will pay off in the long run. So I hope these tips have been helpful for you. For more worship leader tips, go to We Are Worship TV and subscribe.